Hello. Welcome to Car Expert YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Our test drive focused on the 340i, since it's got the new engine. The B58mm is a single solitary cubic centimeter off of the N55 3.0 liters it replaces, but it's based on a new modular architecture. BMW is using the same bin of bits and pieces to create inline engines with 3 cylinders, Mini, i8, and 4, 2016 X1, as well as this 6-cylinder. The 340i's engine makes 320 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, up from 300 even on both measures for the N55. It's additional output that the car didn't exactly beg for, but the new engine does respond more quickly. It's turbo-ingesting air more efficiently on account of shorter intake runs. While turbo lag was already well under control on the N55, this new engine mimics a naturally aspirated BMW 6 even better. To top things off, it's at least as efficient as the engine it replaces, with EPA ratings either staying the same or improving depending on the drivetrain, rear or X-drive all-wheel drive, and transmission, 6-speed manual or 8-speed auto. Cars equipped with the manual inherit the automatic rev matching function from the M3 and M4. It works well, but it's on all the time unless you switch to Sport Plus. Other manufacturers let the driver turn the system on and off at will independent of drive mode, which we find preferable, especially since the Sport Plus calibration can be too sensitive, even when you're in road attack mode. We'd like to be able to mix and match, even if the setting were buried in iDrive somewhere. There are reasons people still buy manuals, after all. To them, and us, the clutch pedal is a feature, not a bug. The 8-speed ZF Auto gets some efficiency enhancements and a wider ratio spread. The quickest 340i, according to BMW, is the X-Drive Automatic, which hits 60 miles per hour in a claimed 4.6 seconds. The manual X-Drive is 0.2 seconds slower, and the respective rear drive models are 0.1 second behind the all-wheel drive versions. And yet we'd still choose the slow rear drive manual. Partly because it's nowhere near slow. We drove 340s with and without the adaptive M suspension and both have greatly reduced body roll tendencies. The car responds like a 3 Series again instead of chasing the cushy C-Class feel that even Mercedes has abandoned in the latest generation. It's back at the nice balance of know the roads under you and filter out the big stuff. And speaking of filtering things out, the steering still does, but thankfully less so. So it's better but not perfect. The zone of indecision at the center has been removed, with the wheel responding to inputs directly even in those first few degrees off dead ahead. Oh, and the M Sport wheel is still way too chunky. Although the interior changes have no bearing on the way a car goes down the road, the adjustments have been visited upon the right places to remind you why you shelled out the money. There's some little satin chrome trim around the window controls, gloss black on center stack, and your choice of trim extends from the dash to the front doors and all the way to the rear cabin, making the back seats feel like they're also part of a luxury car. The interior gatekeepers have relented and you can now order brown leather without the luxury package. This type of thing seems like a real triumph at the German manufacturer. To complete the upscale experience, BMW added a lid for the front cup holders. Because that's just classy. All's well that gets refreshed well. The 3 Series can cancel its Xanax prescription, at least until the next time BMW decides it wants to change things up.